Hello, this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech, looking at the new Jace versus Vraska dual deck that's due to come out here in a week and a half. This is one of the products that I actually really like for the casual new player. Now, these decks are a little bit more complicated than intro decks, but they're one of the first things that I got my daughter into playing Magic with. We got the Knights versus Dragon dual deck, and we loved playing it. Most recently, I've picked up several copies of the Izzet versus Golgari because the brainstorm art in it is just incredible. These are well-designed, fun decks that are ideal for individuals who are doing something like building a cube. The Vraska list is a very interesting list that I look forward to playing because it has a lot of different utility creatures in it. It has some more complicated ideas behind it. These decks are just so much better than the intro decks because you learn about so many different mechanics in them. The Vraska list looks like a lot of fun. Some of the highlights from the Vraska list, outside of Vraska, who is a very nice planeswalker for cube. The other cards, though, that I really like in here is Underworld Connections. Great cube card. Really, really nice card in Standard currently. The Viper over here was a wonderful card when it came out and is still a solid card. River Boa, I have very fond memories of using it when I was playing rather competitively. Island Walk matters a lot. A 2/1 regenerator for 2 is not bad either. Night's Whisper is another great card, and Acidic Slime has to be one of the most versatile cards that I can think of out there. Reaper of the Wild is also another one that's currently in Standard that I like a lot. But what makes everybody excited is the Jace list. The Jace list here has some amazing cards. It has some wonderful old cards such as Memory Lapse, which is perfect for a tempo deck, Into the Royal, which is another nice tempo card, although this really isn't as much of a tempo deck as I was hoping. It does have some tempo elements to it. Body Double here is also just a casual favorite, but the best cards in this deck are clearly Eon Chronicler, Jace, Control Magic, Future Sight, Remand, and I've got a warm spot in my heart for Seagate Oracle. The Remand alone is going for $15. And what does the printing in this set mean? It means that they're probably not going to put it in Standard. They probably decided that it's a little bit on the overpowered side to throw into Standard. So I don't expect to see this reprinted in M15 or in other places anytime soon. I love the new artwork on it, and if you want to pick these up for Modern, the MSRP of $20 gets you a $15 Remand and a $20 Jace. And remember, this is a $20 Jace who was $30 or $40 before he was announced in this set. They're both great cards. Also, the Future Sight just has wonderful artwork on it. I never really cared for the original Future Sight artwork. This is probably the Future Sight artwork that I will be adding to my cube or my EDH decks. And Control Magic, it's just a classic. It's a wonderful card in draft. The value of this deck is clearly driven by Jace and Remand. These two cards make it a pickup. Now, I understand some people aren't crazy about the Jace artwork, and I kind of agree. The baby blue is really not his blue. But the Remand artwork is beautiful, although I would have liked to have seen it in a foil with the glowing text. I really like this new Remand artwork even more than the original. Vraska has a lot of casual appeal, and Underworld Connections is still a rather popular card. Future Sight is one of those also. Whenever I throw it into my trade binder, I can usually trade it. So I don't think it would hurt to have a few extra copies of Future Sight floating around if you pick this up just for the Remands. My conclusion on this is that you should definitely pick this up if you just want a fun pair of decks to duel against each other. They look like good solid decks. If you want to play competitively though, in Modern, I would pick up 4 copies of this. Yes, I'm not kidding, 4 copies for the Remands. This is where Remand is getting reprinted. Long-term, Remand is a wonderful card in Modern, and this dual deck is going to be the most cost-effective way to pick up Remands and then have some other nice cards for your trade binder. Thanks. This has been Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech. I want to also thank Michael, the first Patreon sponsor that we have. I now have 2 Patreon sponsors, and Michael's at the level that puts him in the credits. It means a lot to me. I'm glad to be able to continue to produce these videos. Oh, also, reminder, there's a contest going on right now, giving away $100 in EDH cards over on the video number 100. You've got a little bit longer to enter into that contest, so I'd go check it out. Up next, Will It Blend, Iona Edition. Yes, I'm trading for Iona. If you would like to see yours destroyed, please leave me a comment.